Let's begin. Today's September 3rd, 2024, and we're solving the Daily Turing Machine Puzzle. Today's puzzle uses the following 5 criteria cards. Criteria card 6, 9, 14, 16, and 20. And the puzzle uses the orange verification cards. The code above is your way to get more information on today's puzzle by searching the code on turingmachine.info. Let's go solve. So in the grid above, we've got our 5 criteria cards. On the top row, we've got criteria card A, criteria card B, and criteria card C. On the bottom row, we've got criteria card D and criteria card E. So criteria card A looks at our middle digit, the square digit, and will let us know whether its value is an even digit or an odd digit. Criteria card B will look at the 3-digit solution and will let us know how many of those digits are 3. Is there a single 3? Perhaps. Are there no 3s? Is there a single 3? Are there 2? Maybe even all 3 are 3. Criteria card C will look at our 3 digits, triangle, square, and circle, and will let us know which one is the absolute smallest. Should triangle be the smallest? Should square be the smallest? Or should circle be the smallest? Criteria card D again looks at our 3-digit solution, but this time it'll let us know a little bit about the ratio of even to odds. Are there more even than odds, or are there less even than odds? And finally, criteria card E again looks at our 3-digit solution, but this time will let us know a little bit about its structure, so to speak. Specifically, one scenario is that the solution has no repetitions, no repeating digits, as in the example 1, 2, 5. Another scenario is that it has a double number, a single repeating digit, as in the example 1, 1, 2, or potentially it could be a triple digit or a triple number where there is a single digit repeated 3 times, as in the example 2, 2, 2. Now remember, the objective of today's puzzle is to find that unique 3-digit code that abides by all the 5 criteria cards we just described. And we're going to start off with an initial proposal of 314. So the first thing I want to test is I want to know a little bit about that middle digit. So let's go ahead and test criteria card A. Okay, so the Turing Machine does not approve of my choice. Notice that I did choose an odd 1 for square. Since it disapproves, it's letting me know that square should be an even digit. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes in section A, and that again is that square is an even digit. And of course, since it is even, that means I can cross out all of the odds for square. So let's go ahead and cross out 1, 3, and 5. Next, let's go ahead and test criteria card D. Okay, so in criteria card D, it tells us a little bit about the ratio of even to odds. Notice that I do have 2 odds to a single even, but the Turing Machine does not approve of a majority of odds. So in fact, it's letting me know that there should be more even than odds. So let's go ahead and type that up in section D, and that is that even is greater than odd. Now, notice that we already have a single even, so we do have the possibility of it either the solution being all even, or 2 out of the 3 are going to be even. Now, notice that we do have this criteria card letting us know how many 3s there are. Well, at this point, we know there can't be 3 or even 2. So either it's there or it's not. Now, I do have a 3 in my proposal. If I get it correct and I know there's going to be 2 evens and a 3, but if it fails, that just tells me that there's no 3. There still could be an odd. So I think for that fact, let me go ahead and test criteria card E. Okay, so in this response from the Turing Machine, it does approve Now notice that we're looking at all the different digits, and in my proposal of 314, they're all distinct, no repetitions, and the Turing Machine agrees with that. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes for section E, and that is that the solution has no repetitions. And since we know that there are a majority of evens and no repetitions, that means that the solution is going to include, let's see, do I have space here? Let me go to the next line. So we know that the solution is going to have a 2, a 4, and an odd. And the reason that is because there can't be repetitions. Even among the evens, I must have a single 2, a single 4, and of course there is no third even, like a 6. So that defaults to an odd. Okay, so, well, that does it for this round. We did complete our 3 Turing tests for round 1. We're now going into the phase where we'll be discussing how to construct a good second round proposal. So again, notice that we did not test criteria card B, where we'll find out whether there is a 3 or not. Now that we know there's an odd, that's a little bit more helpful. And we also didn't test which is the smallest digit, and I think that's about it. I think it comes down to these two. Now notice also, other than criteria card C, we do mention triangle and circle, but we don't know if we're going to be using it, and that's it. It's only square that's explicitly sort of in any of the criteria cards. So here they are present, but we don't know if they're going to be useful. So somehow triangle and circle are going to default to certain values, and it could be that there could be a 3, and then the smallest would be the 2, and then the 4 will default to the other digit. So it could be that either either triangle or circle are going to be, potentially, is my assumption, that there's going to be a 3, and then the triangle or circle is going to be a 2, and then I'm thinking that square is going to be the 4. So is that plausible? Yeah, because if square were to be the smallest, and we'd pick 2, we wouldn't really know where to put the 3 or 4, right, among triangle and circle. So that means that either triangle or circle is going to be the smallest. And let's just go ahead and say that circle is the smallest with a 2, and square is going to be the 4, and we'll say that triangle defaults to a 3. So let's go ahead and type up 3, 4, 2, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see. Can we test certain criteria cards and deduce the third? I think we may be able to deduce the smallest, but I think we still need a little confirmation whether there's a 3 or not. Because if there isn't, then it could be a 1 or it could be a 5 in either triangle or circle. So let's go ahead and test criteria card B. Okay, fantastic. There is a single 3-digit in the solution. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes so that the solution has a single 3-digit. Okay, so we've established that. And, well, actually, you know what? I think we are going to have to test the smallest. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and test criteria card C. Oh, wow. Okay, so yes, circle was also the smallest. So let's go ahead and type that up. And we'll say that circle is the smallest. Okay, and since we know there's a 3, we know there can't be a 1. So we know there are no 1s. And since circle is the smallest, it couldn't be the 3-digit, because if the smallest were 3, then the only things bigger than 3 are 4 and 5, and that would break the more even than odd. So yes, indeed, circle has to be the 2. And because circle is the 2, that does mean that obviously, you know, square is the other even, just not 2, because you can't have repetitions. And so yeah, it defaults to 4. And of course, we do have that 3 in our solution, which means that triangle is the 3-digit. So let's go ahead and cross out everything but 3. And so yeah, the solution seems to be 342. So let's go ahead and type that up. Sorry, it's lagging a little bit. And let's see, once it's typed up, well, now it's really stalling. Well, let's give it some time. We know that the solution looks to be 342. There we go. And so let's go confirm that 342 is the solution. All right, so 342. Awesome. And now let's see, how did we do versus the Turing machine? So we did test all 5 criteria cards. In the first round we did A, D, E and got the first 2 wrong. And then B, C, we got them correct. So let's go type that up, A, D, E. So again, A and D were both incorrect. E was correct. And in the second round we did B and C, and we did get the right proposal. Okay, so fantastic. So we beat the Turing machine by 1 question. Well, this seemed to be a little bit more straightforward puzzle, not too many twists and turns. But of course, you know, the selection of the first 3 criteria cards were essential to establish the fact that we were dealing with, you know, a 2 and a 4 for sure, and then an odd. And then, you know, it was sort of maybe a safe bet or a lucky opportunity to pick 3 and confirm that it was there. And but what are your thoughts? How did you solve it? What did you think? Well, write all your thoughts in the comments section. If you saw an efficiency that I missed, please do add that. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up so that more people can find this channel, and of course subscribe to not miss out on any future videos. Well, until next time, have a great one.